Hello everybody and welcome to Teri's Crafty Christmas. Hi, my name is Teri and I'm from Sweet Pea Papers, and the other host of this event is Natalie from LineDotArrow, and we also have 30 collaborators that are working with us, and we're going to have at least 2 people a day from the 1st through the 25th giving you great Christmas videos and how-tos and projects and all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to have over 50 videos all together throughout the month, well, through the 25th, through Christmas. And, well, actually, Christmas Day is just going to be me. Well, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are just going to be me, but you'll just have to put up with me. So there. Okay, we also have 5 Facebook groups involved, and there's going to be 5 drawings, and there's going to be lots of great prizes. There's going to be free challenge papers. I called them this, but they're really challenge papers. And you can only get the challenge papers at the LineDotArrow Facebook group, which is LineDotArrow Junk Journal Group Facebook group. All the links to everything I just mentioned, the collaborators, the calendar, you know, the Facebook groups, to mine and Natalie's, all of our information, all of that stuff is going to be below the video, so don't worry about it. You'll have it right there. Okay, I made these as a help and now I can't even do this. I'm a little flustered because I reinstalled my software that I use to record these videos, and it accidentally set the time to 5 minutes, and every time I got to 5 minutes it kept cutting off. Only I didn't realize that's what was happening. Anyway, there's 5 Facebook groups involved. My Facebook group, Sweet Pea Papers, Natalie's Facebook group, LineDotArrow Junk Journal Group, these 2 groups, Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and Junk Journal and Paper Crafts. Now, you probably know by now these 2 are also my groups. And then we also have 2 Sister Jam, and they're actually pretty cool. They're run by 2 sisters, obviously, and you can get more info and enter the drawings. We'll talk about the drawings in just a second at 2 Sister Jam Facebook group. You can also go to 2 Sister Jam on Etsy, and they have an excellent shop with physical products in it, like lace and just all kinds, snippets and just all kinds of really great stuff. I've gotten lace from them and it was really awesome. Don't forget to go to the LineDotArrow Junk Journal group, LineDotArrow Etsy shop, and pick up the kits that we're going to be working with, which I should have told you that back here. So there's going to be 5 drawings, like I said, and there's 5 groups that you can enter the drawings. And so what do you do to enter the drawings? Well, you go to one of these 5 groups. I suggest you go to each one every time you have a picture to post of your Christmas project that you use making the free challenge papers I told you about, or the kit papers that I'm going to show you, or both, you know, combination. Go to one of these 5 Facebook groups, or all, and post your pic and use the hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas, and that will get you an entry. So, like I said, post in any or all. The post must state what you're using, the challenge papers, the kit papers, or a combination. That way we know there's so many papers and so many people that you have to tell us. If you don't tell us, that's fine, but we'll just consider that you used the freebies and you'll only get 1 entry into the drawing. If you use the kit papers and the challenge papers, or just the kit papers, then you get 2 entries in the drawing every time you post. If you just use the free papers, then you get 1 entry into the drawing every time you post. And so the post can be a picture, a reel, or a video. The post must include, of course, the hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas. Remember, my name is spelled T-E-R-I. All right, so the hashtag's going to be below, so don't worry about that. It'll be in the title of all of my videos as well. You can make multiple entries with different posts in each group. That was what I was just talking about. So if you have 3 pictures, make 3 posts. And make 3 posts in 5 groups. Right there, you've got a minimum of 15 chances to win with 3 posts. If you did with the kit papers in it at some point, or the challenge papers and the kit papers combination, then you get 2 entries for each of those. So you would have 30 entries just right there. Okay? So make sure that you post in all the groups. The winners are only announced in the drawing videos, which we'll have on the 28th of December, the Sunday after Christmas. And the winners are only announced in those videos, so you must watch them to see if you've won. Now, what kits, papers, and everything am I talking about? There's 2 kits that Natalie made. These are from LineDotArrow. And the blue Christmas kit is the one we're using in this video series, and it's got 26 pages. And then the other kit is the red kit, and it's called The Magic of Christmas, and it has 25 pages. Both of these are going to be at the LineDotArrow Etsy shop, and they're both going to be on sale. Okay, they probably started on sale the last week of November, but by now it's too late for the last week of November. But you can see the flip-throughs of the kits, because we're not going to do them in our videos, none of us. So there. You can go back to the last week in November to the LineDotArrow YouTube channel, and you'll see on there the new kit review, release and review, and she'll do a flip through of both of these kits. Okay, then on Sunday, December 1st, Natalie will do the first challenge video, and that just shows you the project that she's doing for that week using the challenge papers. And so then you can make the challenge every week with just the challenge papers. You don't have to purchase the kits if you don't want to, but remember, if you do, that gets you 2 entries into the drawing for each post. You got it? Good. Okay, let's get rid of these. Now, I know you'll notice that it's not sideways and it's not narrow, this video. That's because I got my other all-in-one computer out from the other room, brought it in here, hooked my webcam back up to see if it would work, and it works. And we've got this whole big view because it's all raised up now from where I had my camera. So now where we left off. Well, you don't know where we left off because video 2 was on the phone as well, and the phone ran out of space, so it started storing it in the cloud. And once you get it in the cloud, you try to download it, but then it times out because it keeps trying to find it. The video's gone. I can watch it on my phone. If you guys would like to come over to the house, you can, and we'll all watch video 2 on the phone. So this is video 2, but really it's video 3. Okay, you got me? So in video 1, we did the front page, and I've added the card with the tab, and I've put the bulb pin on, and I haven't broken out the charms yet because I've got some ceramic charms on order. I mean, enamel charms on order that look like Santas and such. And I don't know if I'm going to put some gold ones in here now just for a while and then come back and do the enamel ones or not. We've got the lace on the bottom. I added the cherub and the 2 circles that make the cluster. I added the season's greetings, and I put this on top of chipboard to raise it up a little bit. I still have to put a pocket or something here, and I keep forgetting to do it. Then back here, I added this stationery, which is one of the sheets printed on 20-pound paper. And I still need to decorate this. So I'm going to have to go back through and this first section and finish it up. Then in video 2 was simple. We made this envelope and decorated it. So we were just testing with the phone, see? And then this envelope comes off and it's held on with Velcro dots, and there's a card inside. Natalie kindly made a card that fits exactly in this envelope when she made the kit. Then I had made this page, or we had made this page, and then I was going to decorate it off camera. Now, what I wanted to show you is that because my printer, this is my backup printer, my Epson's in the shop, darn, doesn't print a border on the left and the right, so it prints it 11 inches wide. When I cut the paper in half on here to make the page, it's actually the exact width of the folded paper, if you get my drift. So this one is the full page width, but the rest of these, I cut them in half, and then whatever the half that I'm using, I cut another 1/4 inch off, so then there's 1/8 of an inch all the way around the sides, and then a little bit more on the top and the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay, so when you cut your papers, if you printed any kind of borderless, you're going to have to make an adjustment for the width, not the height, because these papers are shorter. Well, if you print them borderless, you will, but printing borderless with these kits is going to cut off the edges, so you don't want to do that. Don't print borderless. Okay, so I still have to glue this in. This is page 3, and I've numbered that 3. So today we're going to do 4 and 5, which are the center. And I'm sorry I'm talking so much and not crafting, but I had to catch you up on everything that had happened and what was going on. Okay, so we're going to do 4 and 5, and they're going to be pretty simple. This is not going to be a difficult project. This is just going to be 2 doors on 2 pages. The pages are going to match, the doors are going to match, and then we're going to decorate them. Now, I'm not sure that we're going to decorate them on camera. Oh, come here. As far as the laces and stuff, we might. So I've got these 2 are the doors that are going to open. Well, actually, they're going to open this way. And then the 2 papers, which are pretty. Okay, so let's take 1 and 1. Okay, let's say this is 4 and this is 5. So let's make this 5. My shims are all messed up because I had to move my glass. There we go. My glass mat, and my table's crooked a lot. So I have to have these shims under there. There we go. I think we're good. Except for this front corner. I have a bunch of pieces of chipboard under here. I need to find out what height I need and glue them together and then put them under there. Okay. So, if that's going to be page 4, we need this to be page 5. I've got Christmas music playing in the background. In November. Now this I hadn't cut, so you see the difference in the width. Okay, and the reason I didn't is because we're going to need to score it and fold it. And this page is really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it at 3/8. Make sure they're the same height. Yes. I'm going to score it at 3/8. That's a little bit more than 1/4, which is how much bigger this page is than this one. Do I want to make the door the width of the thing, though? This is the door. This is the paper. Right? I knew I shouldn't have mixed them up. This is the door and this is the paper. The paper's already been cut, but not inked. We're using iced spruce and gathered twigs, 2 tree colors. The iced spruce is a blue-green. And it isn't super dark, but you can tell that it's on there. For some of the ephemera and stuff, we've been using the gathered twigs. And for any of the craft paper that we use, we're using gathered twigs as well, because ice spruce doesn't show up. Well, it does, but it just kind of looks like it's black. Okay, so this is page 4. All right, and the reason I know this is the way this page goes is because the snow is what? On top of the branches. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to score this at 3/8. Now, on this one, we want to score it on this side. No. We want to score it on this side. Because the flaps are going to go in the center. It's found a charm on my table. I guess there's no hiding my mess anymore, huh? You guys think my desk isn't messy? No, actually, these are just the scraps over here. Okay. Now, you'll see that this is only this far from the edge of the bulb. So I want to make this one the same. So I want to make it about this wide. And then we're going to want to do the same on the other side. So let's cut this off. And then we will cut the same amount off on the other one. Only on the opposite side. Why don't we measure? Then we can put the same amount in on the other one. How about that? All right, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch it is. There we go. That looks nice. They're playing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The version by Burl Ives. I'm listening to the classic Christmas, which is the songs I like the best. I'm sure there's hip new ones, but So I wonder what we're going to do on the front of these. I hadn't really thought about it. Hold on just one second. Sorry about that. That was my medicine alarm. And of course, as usual, whenever that goes off, you guys know that I took it right before starting the video, but forgot to turn the alarm off. All right. I don't have a lot of scraps right now. I just cut my nails off super short. Now it's hard to grab things. I like them super short. Don't get me wrong, that's the way I like them. But if I left them that way, it would be fine. Okay, so you know what we should do? Should be looking for something. Or need to put a magnet on. Let's get a small piece of tape. I guess I hadn't really thought this through. Okay. The reason it slid away like that is it wasn't turned the right way to stick, so it repelled it and it pushed it way over there. You got that? All right, now let's see. I had to print everything twice. Oh, the funny story I told in video 2, I had cut all these words out, and I decided I was going to spray them with my gold spray and make them all kind of shimmery. So I laid them down on the floor and I sprayed them all, and they were laying there waiting to dry. I walked away. I was going to come back in a few minutes. Got sidetracked, as we all know. Easy to do. And when I came back, they were gone. I was like, where did they go? So I get on my hands and knees. I'm crawling all around, looking for them under the furniture. I don't know how I thought they had gotten under the furniture, but that's where I thought they were apparently. And so I could do that. And then put some brown ribbon on it. How would we know where to open it though? And I don't want to cover up the bulb. Maybe something not quite as wide and a little more see-through. That's better. Better. Okay. So anyway, I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I don't know what happened. And I walk away. So then, of course, as you do, an hour later, I decide I need to know. So I go back, and what do? I look around all over on the floor and everything, and as I get on all fours and I'm looking around, I realized what had happened to them, and I'm sure you guys know by now because I tell you about it all the time. Oz ate them. He ate every one of those little pieces of paper, just as sure as he's a dachshund. I hope he enjoyed them, and the little sparklies on them too. Couldn't have been good for him. Apparently it wasn't super bad. So we're going to run a bead of glue up here. And we'll put this lace on. Try to get it where it hits just almost to the edge. Then I think it would be pretty to have this go up along here. I like that. I like it better than this. This is going to be too big. So let's put our glue on top of the lace. Can't believe he ate those papers. I didn't even think to blockade it off or anything. Usually I put a big box there when I'm spraying papers and leaving them there to dry, like for coffee dyeing papers. Well, he won't really take a sheet of paper. But my printer went bad. Well, it's got a part that needs to be replaced that they know is going to run out and need to be replaced. But they don't tell you. And so you pay $400 for a printer or so. Emphasis on or so. And then you have to send it in to get it fixed, and it costs you $50 for the part, and they don't guarantee it. How do you like them crackers? Well, they sent me a box to send it to Epson in. And two of these, I think. So I had to reprint everything. And use one of these on the other side. The box came with this stuffing in it, and they were pyramids. Really odd. I've never seen anything like it. They worked really well for stuffing. So they had the pyramids in the box, and then they had a bag of them in there. So they had enough to cover the bottom of the box. They had a bunch in a bag inside the box, along with the instructions on how to pack your printer to send it in. And but there were so many of the loose ones in there that had moved all around during the shipping, that when I got the bag out, the big bag of them, then a bunch of them fell on the floor, and little Mr. You-know-who ran right in there and grabbed one. And I'm like, that's too big of a piece of cardboard. I can't let him eat that. So I go to get the thing from him, and he's like growling and holding on to it, and I'm like, let go, be a good boy, let go, and I'll give you a treat. Well, apparently that doesn't work. He doesn't understand whole sentences, I guess. I don't know why. Could be because he's a dog. But so I went and got the treat, right? I knew he'd come running and drop the paper. So I get the treat. I give him the treat. While he's eating it, I go back to where he was to get the paper, and there's no paper. I'm like, what? And I turn around. Next thing you know, he's got the paper again. And he's chewing on it. He had dropped the paper right there by, as soon as he got the treat. So it was right there. And I was looking in the wrong place for it. So as soon as he ate his treat, he just reached down and got the paper again and ran off with it. I was like, okay, dude, you're too smart for me. All right. Now, we can put something else here. That's not going to match. What if I use this paper? Don't like that at all. I'm just looking at the paper right now. I think I'm going to have to print out some more paper. I think I could cut some of this off and make it into a pocket. Let's see. I think if we cut it off here, yeah, I think so. Then we'll have this as two belly bands that we can use. Okay, then I took the 1/4 inch off. I needed to take more than that off, didn't I? It's a pocket, not a paper. The reason I didn't cut it in half before I cut these apart is so that they would be the same width. Okay. So now this is the correct width. I'm going to cut it off right across above the tops of these. And then that will give us these as pockets as well. Sorry about that jiggling of the camera. I dropped some paper on the floor. I wanted to make sure you know who didn't get it. There's that. Okay. I'm not going to cut that until I make the other one in case it's off just a little bit. So we've got these two and this one. Guess who didn't ink the back of it? It's all right. We can still ink it. And his paper eating, I'm telling you. Keep telling him he's making his own toilet paper. But I don't think he understands English really well. I mean, I think it's his second language. I wouldn't swear to it, but I think it is. I'm sorry about the second video. I'm really sorry about the first video. You know, my laptop died. And I thought, well, I'll use my phone. Totally forgetting I had this perfectly good 23-inch all-in-one computer sitting on my dining room table, taking up space. Yeah. Okay, I just smeared glue around in there when I slid it down. So I'm not going to put a card in there right now. Okay, so there's that. And then we will do something. What are we going to do up here? Well, we're going to have a card or some tags. We've got some tall tags, and we could do that. All right, let's make the other side. So this is the paper, this is the card. We want it to open from the middle. What did I do? I have no idea what I did. What did I do? Huh. That was just weird, wasn't it? It still is. What's it doing? Made it a little bit narrower. I think maybe it was hitting on there, making it bunch up. And we'll put it on this outer corner. and see if that fixes it. Don't like all these papers and a mess on my work area. Just telling you right now. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. So we're going to cut or score this one 3/8 of an inch in from this side. And we're going to cut a 1/2 inch off of this side. You know what I could have done is I could have put a brad in to look like a doorknob, put the magnet on top of the brad legs, and then covered the whole thing with a circle. So there's an idea for you. Hindsight is 20/20, right? Okay. I guess now I better do this one a little bit darker. There we go. Okay, we're going to put this on here. That didn't work out very well. time. Let's put the check for a little bit of glue seepage or anything. Okay, now I want to put the magnet in close enough to the same spot that when I put the blue circle over it, I can line them up. So you want to do that before you put the lace on. Otherwise you can't line them up. The lace will be in the way. Now you won't see these at the same time because I didn't do it that way, which I probably should have. Then the magnets would have been in the middle, and that would have bunched everything up in the middle where the magnets were. Okay. Okay, we've got our piece of lace. Then after we put the lace and the ribbon on, I think we'll be out of time. So I'll put the pocket on and do something here, maybe an acetate belly band, you guys think? Then we'll put the glue along this, get our ribbon out. All right, well, that's not classic Christmas, whatever it is they're playing right now. Okay, so that's that side. This is this side. And that puts our magnets here instead of in here in the middle, where when we fold it, it'll make a big bulge in the middle, in the center. So then we're going to have to think of something to put on the fronts here. Then we're also going to have to, I'm going to have to put that pocket on the inside. And we're going to have to do something here on both sides. So we'll do that in the next video. And then we'll move on to pages 6 and 7. We might be able to finish up 6, 7, and 8. You never know. So, yeah. So that's it for this video. And I will see you in video, let's see, this is 2. We'll see you in video 3. And that's going to come out on the 4th of December. All right. Well, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Bye-bye.